Hello, everyone, and welcome into Titan Fieldhouse in beautiful Melbourne, Florida for the JA45 Showcase. I'm Trent Osborne, joined today by Michael Warren as we bring to you the final game of the day, Team Latham versus Team Wade. Now, Mike, both of these teams are filled to the brim with talent, but let's start with Team Latham. Is there anyone that stands out among the rest?
Well, one guy stands out to me, Trent. James Jordan, 18.8 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game. Shoots it from the field at a 49% clip and just around 40% from beyond the arc. But there's another guy I got on Team Latham, Gideon Buzangu. He's only been playing basketball for 3 years, and he's from the Congo, from Kinshasa, Congo. So first team all-conference and a strong forward in transition. Exciting to see for sure.
Absolutely. If anyone was unfortunate enough to not see these warm-ups, both of these teams love playing above the rim, especially Team Wade. Team Wade is in the yellow, and Team Latham is in the white as we prepare for the tip-off.
I'm excited for this one, Trent. A lot of athletes, a lot of above-the-rim potential in this game.
Absolutely, as Alex Kodov of Team Latham wins the jump, but it goes out of bounds. Kevin Allen to inbound here. TK Smith with the ball. Smith drives, pump fake. Moved by Keon Ellis, passes back out to Allen, off. Rebound by Trey Gomillion. Errant pass there by Alex Kodov. Team Wade, oh, they stumble with the ball. It's picked back up by Team Latham. And Latham is going to slow it down a bit. Ball here by James Jordan. As he loses control of it, he's able to maintain. Trey Gomillion with the pass inside to the big man, Gideon Bazanga.
It seems like the first couple of minutes, it's really been a
Cole
scrum for the ball.
telling his teammate James Jordan to slow it down as Trey Gomillion hits the deep ball.
Gomillion, a marksman from beyond the arc, shoots it at a 58% clip, hitting it from beyond the arc at 36.4%.
Absolutely, as the jumper by number 32, Osai Osifo from Team Wade goes down.
And we got to talk with Osai's coach. He's an Eastern Florida State product as well. Only 3 years of basketball played. He was just in this camp, the JA45 camp over in Nigeria this time last year.
Deep three, good by James Jordan of Team Latham. 6-2 lead early on for Team Latham. Deep three once again by Team Wade, off. Rebounded by Jordan. Jordan with a hezzy move over to Gomillion.
Team Latham has a lot of skilled guard positions. We've seen the shooting already from Gomillion. Mentioned Jordan earlier in the broadcast, and there's a three right there from Vince Cole. Wow.
Absolutely. You're going to be hearing that name a lot. Vince Cole, one of the most interesting prospects in this entire showcase. As Kevin Allen comes up the court with the ball. Allen driving in, gets it up, and it goes.
Nice graceful finish there from Allen, going through the contact, finishing with the left hand. Really good move.
9-4. Team Latham right now, 17.5 left in the first half. Kodov with the screen.
The intensity picking up here. A lot of commotion from both benches and even some fan interaction in this one.
Absolutely. Jordan tried to draw the foul on the three. Official said nothing to it as Kelvin Allen, drives in and draws the foul.
You see, although these guys just starting to play together this week, quick to help Kelvin Allen up and off the ground after the strong drive to the basket. Ended up on the floor there, earns himself a trip to the line for two.
Absolutely. Kelvin Allen from Olive Branch, Mississippi, an athletic combo guard, great shooter, high IQ, is shooting 40% from the three-point line. Definitely going to have to watch him if he gets into open space.
And so far we're seeing Allen getting a lot of his work inside, attacking in that paint. We'll see how the game progresses, if it'll turn more into an outside shooting game or more of just this up and down contest we've seen so far.
Absolutely. Cole over to Kodov. Jordan has space, elects not to shoot. Jordan with the spin move. Over, oh, it's stolen. Picked up by Bazanga. And Trey Gomillion gets it to go inside.
Scouting report on Trey Gomillion, an unselfish leader, improving three-point shot. This guy's got a lot of athleticism, just only at 6'4". Does a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. As you're saying that, Keon Ellis gets the three to go and brings this to a one-score game.
Trent, the first thing you need to make a jump shot in basketball is confidence.
Beautiful. Beautiful step back shot and one for James Jordan, and he'll go to the line for one more.
I'm going to go ahead and continue with that confident rant. That was confidence right there from James Jordan. You got to have some confidence in your ability to be able to hit a shot like that. And just on the other end, we saw Keon Ellis spotting up both guys with their legs underneath of them. They know that they're the one that can put the ball into the basket for their team. They're looked at as a scorer.
Absolutely. I would hope that James Jordan practices that shot at the very least. As we have a platoon swap here for Team Latham. Gomillion, Cole, and Jordan to the bench. TK Smith with the ball now, drives in. Hezzy pull up, and it's good off the glass.
TK Smith is what you call a walking bucket. 19.4 points per game and Polk State scoring record in a single season. This kid knows how to pour it in bunches.
Inside, offensive foul on Gideon Bazangu, and the ball will go back to Team Wade.
Well, we mentioned Buzango. He's got a lot of work to go. He's a young basketball player, but right there we see him getting called with the hook, using that offhand, the non-dribbling hand, left arm to wrap around the defender there. That'll get you an offensive foul call more times than not.
Yeah, like you said, a lot to work on, but plenty of upside, and that's exactly what these recruiters and head coaches are looking for here at the JA45 Classic.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be the most polished player. If they see something that they can work with, they're going to take a shot on you.
Kelvin Allen lighting it up from three-point range.
Talk about taking a shot. Kelvin Allen taking his shot.
And Latrell Jones with the answer from deep on the other end.
Last game scored over 100 points, 183 points scored between the two teams, I believe it was. This one is looking like it's going to be another 100-point showdown.
It just might be. Both of these teams know how to score in bunches as the foul is called on Alex Kodov. On the floor, it'll stay here with Team Wade. He wanted that one there. He goes up with it off the glass. No. Rebound by Marcus Hopkins. And I believe he will be going to the line.
Marcus Hopkins out of Daytona State, played under Coach Martin McCann. He's a physical big man. He can play in transition, a high-end defender. The numbers are not a fair resemblance of what this guy can give you. Only averaged 2.6 points per game this past year, but there's a lot more potential there. There's a reason he's here today, and it's because of his ability to defend on the low block, attack the glass, and as I just mentioned earlier, run in transition. That's something that is so valuable in today's game. Can your big man make it up and down the floor and have an impact in transition?
Absolutely, and that's a great point that we have to remember as Devon Thomas goes up and he will draw another foul. But to my point, that's another thing we have to remember. Every player playing in this tournament is a highly touted prospect and a very interesting prospect to all of the coaches here. Former Final Four coach Tom Crean is in attendance for the Georgia Bulldogs, among LSU, Wichita State. A plethora of coaches here to see all of these players and see who they would like to round out their roster on the next level.
Even got Damon Stoudemire in attendance today, head coach of Pacific.
Rebound by Alex Kodov. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, watch tomorrow. Penny Hardaway will be in attendance. New Memphis head coach. Johnny Bernard with the ball now, showing off his dribbling moves. Jones pulls up from deep, nothing to it.
Jones with a little jab step and just saying, all right, I'll take this if you're going to give it to me. Pulls it from way downtown and gets it to go. Nothing but nylon.
It's the year 2019. You can't leave anybody open behind the three-point line. As an errant pass stays with Team Wade. Pass over to the corner. Blocked off. Latrell Jones with the ball, passes it up to Devon Thomas. Thomas kicks it back out to Jones for three. Nowhere to be found. Another three pulled up. Good by Johnny Bernard.
Team Latham must have had a really good shoot around. They are really burying them from downtown, making sure they make Team Wade pay for any open three-point shots.
Rebound there by Gideon Bazangu as Jones bringing it up the court once again. Oh, he thought about another deep three, did Devon Thomas. Drives in, crossover. Picks up his dribble, throws it down to Bazangu. Out to Bernard in the corner. Off the glass, rebounded by Terrence Lewis. He's driving, fast break, passes it in. Big slam by Lucas Wilson.
Lucas Wilson, how you doing, young man? Introduce yourself to that orange rim, why don't you? An emphatic slam for two.
That's how you get all the eyes in the gym on you. As Devon Thomas sizing up Wilson, misses the J, rebound, Terrence Lewis. Lewis will slow down, deep three once again. That'll be off, rebound by Bazangu.
It's been an up and down contest so far. Each team hitting their fair share of three-pointers, but I wouldn't mind to see a couple more dunks.
Pull it, well, you might get your wish right here. As Lewis drives in, it's off, rebounded by Team Latham, Johnny Bernard in particular. Rebound down, oh! Latrell Jones tried to make his very own poster down under the rim.
Yeah, Lucas Wilson wasn't having any of that. He just had himself a nice little dunk at the other end. He wasn't about to be put on a poster here. Good job standing his ground, although he does pick up the foul. I'm sure he'd rather pick up the foul than be dunked on in front of the attendance we have today, all these coaches.
Absolutely. If you're thinking about your business, that's a business decision every single time. You foul, you don't end up on Bleacher Report. With all the eyes on this gym, it's bound to happen if somebody makes a miraculous play like he almost did.
Yeah, there's a reason they have the saying, don't jump. Because sometimes it's just better not to jump and keep your dignity.
Jones completes the free throw. 8-point lead for Team Latham right now as TK Smith holds the ball, almost picked off there by Team Latham. Passes it over, and that'll be a turnover. It'll go Team Latham's way.
You know, Trent, game one, we saw a lot of defense, a lot of turning the ball over, picked off passes. This game, we're seeing a little bit of sloppy basketball, but not as much. These two teams seem like they have a good amount of chemistry established for not being together for that much time.
Absolutely, as Gomillion teases the three. He's going to drive, takes the midi, he'll get fouled. He's going to the line for two.
I really like that move from Gomillion there. He does a good job creating separation, and once he takes that step back, another good job of getting his legs underneath of him and elevating for the shot. Big reason why he got that foul call there is because he was able to hang in the air for such a long period of time.
Great fake out, as you said, on the shot as he converts the first free throw. There was a lot more defense in the first game. This is a much higher scoring game, as Team Latham has already cracked 25 points, and we're not even past the first quarter of this game yet. As he completes the second, 26-16, as TK Smith throws it down, almost errantly given away. There's a foul on the shot from Keon Ellis. And I believe that was on the shot. Yes, it is. He will get two.
Keon Ellis making his name known early on in this contest. Hit the three earlier. He's been in and out of the lane, playing some pesky defense on the guard side. And right now we see him earn himself a trip to the line for two. Got to say, I'm a fan of the pink kicks out there.
Great minds think alike. I was just about to go there. You have to love the Aunt Pearls, the Aunt Pearl KDs. Ellis converts the first one after Runs off the rim. Ellis did a great job at getting back on defense. As Bernard pulls up for three, tries to draw a foul, nothing there. Great defense by Ellis. He throws it out. Three ball from Team Wade, and it is good by number 44, Jacob Jackson.
Jacob Jackson is a 40% three-point shooter for his career. You cannot leave him wide open like that.
Bernard driving in. Doubled here, gets it out to Gomillion. Jones calling for it, he gets it. Spin move, nothing to it. Ellis has the ball, gets it stripped away from him. And easy 2 points at the other end for Latrell Jones.
Some pesky defense, turning it into a full court game. Latrell Jones using those lanky arms, a long, wiry combo guard.
Three-pointer there by Jacob Jackson, keeping Team Wade in this. 5-point lead for Team Latham right now with just over 10 to go. Inside, three ball out by Devon Thomas. Air ball rebounded by Terrence Lewis. Lewis, great pass inside, blocked by number 24, Vince Cole. And Team Wade was about to get a reset. There's a call on the court.
Looks like it might be a shot clock related issue. Did not reset the clock. Or did the clock reset? They just bumped it down to 12 seconds on the shot clock now.
Not sure what's happening. The official is having a word with the timekeeper. But it will be Team Wade's ball regardless. They got that reset they were looking for. As TK Smith, guarded by Gomillion. Jackson drives it in, loses it in the air. Rebounded by Terrence Lewis. Great hustle. Three ball up. No good. Rebounded by Trey Gomillion. And he's pushing the pace. Latham now. Great overhand move there by Vince Cole for the bucket.
A patient scorer. Vince Cole can take his time. He's an elite shooter and shot maker, but he also has the ability to put the ball on the ground, as we saw right there.
44, there's a scrum for the ball right now, and one. What a play by Jacob Jackson.
A lot of times you get into that paint, you feel like you need to rush yourself, you need to go up as fast as possible. Not if you're Jacob Jackson. Takes his time, understands he's going to take advantage of all 3 seconds in that paint that the ref gives him. Good job using the pump fake to sell it and then finishing through the contact.
Yeah, what a finish. Falling down in contest.
Guys underneath of his feet. I mean, there was everything, if not there was a little bit of everything in that play right there, Trent.
That's great concentration. These recruiters are definitely going to keep an eye on as Jackson converts the free throw. 30-26, Latham lead as Gomillion crosses half court. Taking his time. Defended by Osifo, and he drives in.
And one of the things in Osifo's scouting report is that he can guard any position. I think he did a pretty good job right there with the smaller guard and Gomillion, but he's really lanky. This is one we talked to the Eastern Florida State coach earlier today, and he was telling us how excited they are to get him in here.
Johnny Bernard shoots a contested three over Kelvin Allen. Does not get it to go as Jackson passes it over to Osifo, drives in, great spin move. Passed out, it is off, board by Trey Gomillion.
Second time Hopkins has gone to that over-the-shoulder move. Just a little strong.
Contested three, no good, rebound by Osifo. And he's pushing the pace. Backing down Gomillion, he's got a size mismatch. Is not able to convert the bucket, but there's a rebound by Hopkins. Hopkins loses it, rebound Bazunga.
Osifo's only been playing basketball for 3 years, and you would think it was 13 years by just watching that last sequence. I mean, dribble moves, put the guy into the post, pump fake, spin move. Those aren't things you learn in just a couple years of playing the sport. This guy is developing at a very advanced and rapid rate.
And that is what makes him such an interesting prospect as we have our first timeout of the game. We will be right back at the JA45 showcase. Welcome back in, everyone, to the JA45 showcase. I'm Trent Osborne. Joined by me is Michael Warren. 8:35 left in the first half. Team Latham in the white holds a 4-point lead over Team Wade in the yellow. Trey Gamillion with the ball passes it over to Alex Kodov. Gamillion putting the moves on Allen. Kodov passes it out. Gamillion thought about it. Gamillion driving in, spin move, puts the jumper up, off. Rebound by Kodov, and he puts it back in off the toilet bowl. Rim job.
Kodov with a good job. Catch it high, keep it high, finish high. If you're a big man, that's how they teach it to you. Does a really nice job of not bringing that ball down below his chest for a guard to get it.
There's a scrum at the bottom. Marcus Hopkins comes up with it, but there is a foul called on the floor.
Marcus Hopkins is a massive human being. Watching him walk in and out of the gym each time, his little afro is scraping the blue trim of the door in the entrance of the gym. This guy, he's every bit of 6'10".
Absolutely, as there seems to be, there's a debate by the officials on the floor. It ends up being Team Wade ball as Jacob Jackson almost steps over half court.
I don't think he knew how much space he had. He thought the logo might have been the line there.
Yes, as Kelvin Allen pulls up no good. Front court pass to James Jordan, but it is tipped away by TK Smith. Great defensive awareness.
Non-stop hustle up and down the court. It's what we've seen in a lot of these games so far, and the first two games so far. We're seeing it again here. No easy passes.
TK Smith up the court with the ball. Defended tightly by Kodov. Draws the foul, isn't able to get it to go, but he will get 2 free throws at the line.
Nice move there by TK Smith. The hesitation to wait, get Kodov in the air. And it was almost as if Kodov sat on his back. We saw earlier on the other end, Johnny Bernard try to get that same type of play to go, but just wasn't able to do it because he sort of leaned into the contact. If you're going to lean into the contact, the ref is just not going to give it to you more times than not, and you got to be able to sell it, as they say in the game.
Absolutely. You should be awarded for being able to get your defender up in the air like that. As there's a whistle, and the ball will go to Team Latham. Latham is up 34-28 with just under 7.5 minutes to go. Jordan with the ball now.
I got to ask James Jordan what hair product he uses.
It has to be something expensive. As Vince Cole drives in, great pass over to Buzangu, and he will get it to go for the and one.
Gideon Buzangu from Kinshasa, Congo. This guy has a ton of potential. 14.5 points per game, 10.4 rebounds per game, and is shooting just under 50% so far in his young career. We mentioned just only 3 years of experience for him and for Osai Osifu.
TK Smith with the ball, passes it back out. Deep three from Terrence Lewis, no good. Rebound by Jordan.
I thought I'd seen it all with Kobe White at North Carolina with the hair, but I think James Jordan has him beat.
Oh, as you say that, a beautiful block attempt by Marcus Hopkins, but the officials will call a goaltend, and the basket will count. 10-point lead now for Latham.
That's the second goaltend we've seen today. We saw one in the first game, and we see one right there. That one a little bit more blatant, though.
Yeah, that one definitely a bit more clear than the one we saw earlier, as the jumper is good from Keon Ellis.
Keon Ellis, a big athletic guard, high-level athleticism. He's got a great first step. We just saw it right there as he elevates over and cashes in for a deuce.
Gamillion directing traffic now. Buzangu driving in, draws contact, no foul, tipped out by Kodov. Vince Cole for three. It's good.
You know, watching that shot go off from Vince Cole, I didn't think it was going to go in. His legs weren't centered, but the form was good enough for it to go.
Definitely a tough shot maker. Smith driving in, passes it out to Lewis. Allen once again for three. That one doesn't go. Rebound, Vince Cole.
It seems like Team Latham going with a more small ball lineup, only big guy. Well, I'll take that back. They've got 3 guards, 2 bigs on the court. But Kodov is more of a stretch four as we see him hoist one.
Broadcaster's curse there. Kodov missing the three. Smith pushing the pace for Team Wade. He drives in. Offhand shot, contact from Kodov. They don't call it. In the scrum, Lewis up, no good. Rebound out. Three passed up as Allen drives in, draws contact, no foul. And we have a foul from one official, and that will be the call on the floor. The foul will be on Kelvin Allen.
Calling an offensive foul for tripping. All of that commotion underneath the basket there, bodies on the floor, guys tripping over each other, and the call that stands is a tripping call on Kelvin Allen. A couple of bodies hitting the floor tough there. Unfortunately, we don't have the budget to have some floor moppers on duty, so we'll just have to snag a Gatorade towel over there by the side and kick it around.
Absolutely. Teamwork makes the dream work as Trey Gamillion passes half court with the ball. Over to Cole. Cole faking the shot. Jordan driving baseline, pass out. Gamillion driving in now, pass out. Jordan for three, no, he passes it inside.
Beautiful
Cole
ball
for three.
movement.
Off.
That shot deserved to go in. Look at the ball movement from Team Latham, very Spurs-esque.
A very risky pass that Latham intercepts. Jordan going up with it. No good, but rebound. Devon Thomas out to Jordan. Cole elects not to shoot the three. Goes up with the left hand. It's off. Rebound by Vince Cole, and he gets it to go. 12-point Latham lead with under 4.5 to go.
The scouting report on Vince Cole has him as a shooter and an elite shot maker. We're seeing him put the ball on the floor a little bit more than we're seeing him take the spot-up shots, but nonetheless still getting his game to go early on.
Smith faking the three, gets Jordan up in the air, tries to pass it between the legs of two defenders, doesn't go as Jordan fumbles around with the ball for a little bit.
It was almost an over the back there on Jordan.
Great pass by Jordan to Devon Thomas for the three-point assist. The lead is up to 15 for Latham.
Devon Thomas shoots it at a 49.4% clip. Working on that three-point game. We see him hitting one back there.
Oh, and one by Osai Osifo, and he'll go to the line for one more.
I'm a big fan of this kid. He's got so much potential just watching him. I mean, doing my research on him last night, you're reading about him, they said he's only played for 3 years. And I know I keep saying it, but people need to understand something real quick. Basketball is one of those sports that you just do not pick up overnight. Sure, it's just putting a ball in an orange rim to some people, but the coordination, athleticism needed in order to be a successful basketball player in today's era of the game it's really vital.
No doubt about it as Devon Thomas drives in, heavily contested, doesn't get it to go. Team Wade driving up, Allen driving in, is able to, tries to pass it inside to Osifo, and it is lost out of bounds. Team Latham ball.
Team Latham up 12 now, 45-33. It's really come down to making the most out of their possessions, really. I mean, making guys go for the pump fake or the ball fake, wide open threes, attacking the rim. They're doing it all.
Absolutely, as that one goes off his foot, but defended well by Team Latham. It'll stay with Team Wade.
Latrell Jones showing his anticipation on that last play. Got him listed as a very gritty defender.
Smith driving in now, offhand, gets it to go off the glass. Academic by TK Smith.
I said it earlier, I'll say it again. TK Smith is a walking bucket. Season high, 43 points in a game last season.
Speaking of walking bucket, what an off-kilter shot by James Jordan. Wow.
James Jordan doing his best James Harden impersonation there. Little step back in the corner, gets it to go.
Jordan doing it on both ends of the floor off the steal, but it'll stay with Team Wade.
Coach Latham giving his boy some dap up there on the sideline. He loves the energy and the effort his team's been putting in this first half.
Jackson deep three off the backboard. Rebound by Cole.
See Latrell Jones become the primary ball handler now that Jordan is taking a breather.
Cole, pull up, passes it out to the corner. Open shot passed up by Latrell Jones. Tries to draw the foul, nothing there. Cole drives in off the body. Oh, does not get the Kawhi Leonard bounce on the shot. As Osifo driving in, one-man fast break, gets it to go with the and one, and he's earned a free throw for his troubles.
I'm just trying to figure out how many YouTube videos he's probably watched in his short 3 years of playing this game, because, again, we're seeing some advanced moves from a very young player. A Euro step in transition. This man just went coast to coast, Euro stepped, and finished over the contact. I mean, I could go on for days about how impressed I am at the fact that he's only been playing this sport for 3 years.
And let's remind you, he just did that, and he is 6'8". As Team Latham has the ball, Bernard trying to get fancy with it. It'll cost him. And we have a meeting at the rim.
Oh, no. Ooh. That doesn't look good.
Lucas Wilson went up for the layup. He comes down a bit gingerly.
And again, on that last possession, who started the break for Team Wade? Asai Asifu getting a hand on that ball, guarding a point guard. Scouting report says he can guard any position 1 through 5. He's showing it right now. He just put shackles on Latrell Jones and forces a run out at the other end, gets his teammate a trip to the line for 2.
Absolutely. As Wilson will convert the free throw. And it looks as if he's going to have to come out.
Yeah, they've got somebody lined up to come in for him. It looks like it's going to be Terrence Lewis subbing in for Lucas Wilson, hopefully on the make here. You just got to hope he's okay. I mean, last thing you want is to see anybody get hurt in a showcase like this.
Absolutely. You don't want to see anyone ever get hurt, but in a situation like this, for a lot of these kids, this is the best opportunity they've ever had to showcase their skills on a national stage. You would just hate to see their day ruined by something like that. So we get back to the action. Jones at the top of the key with the ball. Cole once again sizing him up. Goes for the pull-up 3, opts to pass it to Gomillion. Gomillion passes it into the post. Jones, what a no-look pass to Vince Cole.
There he is again, Vince Cole, not just hitting difficult jump shots, but being a cutter on the baseline. Easy finish.
Great ball movement by Latham so far. As Team Wade, Ellis drives in, is met with contact, no foul called. Driving in, great pass once again by Latrell Jones. As Johnny Bernard thought about the 3. Gomillion getting inside. Devon Thomas with the step back J, no good. Jackson sprinting up the court now. Great pass in to Terrence Lewis for the bucket.
Terrence Lewis.
Good vision there from Jackson to look up court and find his man Terrence Lewis just creeping behind the defense. Left-handed finish gets the deuce.
Wade, Team Wade has it back down to an 8-point deficit as they have the ball once again. 3 ball up, no good. Rebound Team Latham. Johnny Bernard pushing the pace. Pulls up for 3, no good. 15 seconds on the clock, shot clock's dead. Latham will not hold it. Pass it out, lob! What a lob from Lucas Wilson, Devon Thomas to Latrell Jones. What a play on the other end by Kelvin Allen, taking it coast to coast for the and one. He's earned a free throw at 3.3 left on the clock.
Throw it up and hammer it down. What a play. The alley-oop looked like we were going to see a spot-up 3 in the corner from Devon Thomas, but little do we know he finds Johnny Bernard cutting on the baseline.
By the time that we had realized he was passing it, there was no chance to get ready. As the shot is up from half court, it's no good. And we will end the half there. Team Latham holds a 52-45 lead over Team Wade. We will be back right after halftime. Welcome back into the JA45 Classic. We are gearing up for the second half here. Some first half numbers for you. Jacob Jackson and Kelvin Allen both tied at 9 points for Team Wade. And then over on Team Latham, Latrell Jones, James Jordan, and Vince Cole all deadlocked at 11.
Team Wade sporting the bright yellow and red uniforms, almost like McDonald's All-American. Team Latham in the white, yellow, and green uniforms.
Thank you, Mike. As Osai Yusifu teases the three, passes it inside, goes off the backboard, and there seems to be confusion on what the call is here. Looks as if it'll stay Team Wade ball.
Yeah, baseline official Corey Friedman looking for help from sideline judge Dave Howard there for the call. Needed a little bit of help.
Keon Ellis deep from three off. Rebound, Trey Gomillion. He really went up there for that one.
Just about to say, he skied up above all those towers down low, only standing at 6'4". Trey Gomillion flashing the hops there on the rebound.
No doubt about it. Great pass. Great full court pass to the other end as well as Team Latham is in control of the ball.
I'm watching Gomillion's game. It really is a little bit of everything. He's trying to post guys up, get some shots on the wing, play a little bit of point guard. He can do anything you really want him in an offense.
As Gideon Bazangu with the lay-in there. 9-point lead now for Team Latham. As Keon Ellis takes it inside, passes it out to Allen.
I love that powered dribble right there from Keon Ellis.
Absolutely. TK Smith with the jumper, no good. Gomillion passing it up once again. He'll fake the three, really got him to bite on that, and he finishes the J.
I was watching Gomillion work on that same exact move during his shoot-around, the pump fake from beyond the arc, get into mid-range around the charity stripe, and finish it home.
Great defense there by Alex Kodov as it'll stay with Team Wade. Team Wade down 11 points now on the steal. Trey Gomillion passes it up court just a little bit too much, and Team Wade is able to capitalize, but I believe it'll stay with Team Latham.
Seeing Team Latham stick with the lineup that was giving them a lot of success in the first half. Vince Cole, Trey Gomillion, James Jordan, Kotov, and Bazangu.
Yeah, they saw a lot of success with that lineup. They've been up the majority of the game. As Gomillion takes the ball at the top of the key, passes it down low to Bazangu. Bazangu tries to pivot, but he is fouled doing so.
I like that from Bazangu right there. Bazangu gets himself down on that low block, takes two strong power dribbles, realizes he's not biting on that first fake, goes for the up and under, and draws a foul.
Foul on Osai Osifo. Team Latham passes it in. Cole with the ball, contested jumper, doesn't get to the rim. And Team Wade's pushing it. Errant pass goes over his shoulder, but Team Wade's able to gather themselves. TK Smith in the post. He'll pass it back out to Kelvin Allen for a reset. Allen running into his own teammate there. Osifo showing off the range on that jumper.
I'll say it once, I'll say it again. He's got a little bit of everything in his bag. Arguably the most versatile player in this combine.
Jordan putting the moves on TK Smith. TK Smith says nothing to it. But Jordan does get inside, draws the foul, can't get the bucket to go. He'll get 2 shots at the line.
There's a lot going on with James Jordan's game. He's got the ball handling. He uses his head fakes really well, and it also doesn't help. I mean, his hair, it's got to sell you on the ball movement. His hair's going one way, his head's going another way. Some movement out there. I mean, I know just personally from watching one of my favorite players, Kobe White, now playing for the Chicago Bulls, a lot of the ball fakes for him were successful because of the direction of his hair movement. Guys are watching your head sometimes instead of the ball, watching your eyes, predict your next move.
As he converts both free throws. 11-point Latham lead now as TK Smith pulls up from 3, and it's good. Contested in the face of James Jordan.
And that's a confident shot from TK Smith. He knows that he can hit that, the Memphis, Tennessee native.
Great matchup here. Allen on Gomillion. Wide open is Jordan. He doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Osifo. And he's pushing the pace. One-man fast break, Euro step. And he will go to the line for two. So close to finishing that one off.
You watch on that last play there, Kelvin Allen and Keon Ellis both looking for outlet passes from Osifu. He says, oh no, I'll do it myself. Takes it coast to coast, earns himself a trip to the line. Or no, did they?
Yes, you'll have to excuse me. I believe they called an offensive foul on Osifo.
Foul. Oh, wow. And Osifo get a little bit of a breather.
Jordan coming up the court with the ball now. He has a lane. He takes it inside. Great move off the glass in transition.
And that's called letting the game come to you. James Jordan does a really good job playing off that pick and then using his shoulder to shield off the ball so it can't get blocked. Left hand on the right side of the basket works sometimes.
Great defense, and he's all alone. Trey Gomillion showing his ups at the other end.
Trey Gomillion.
Add that one to the highlight tape, Mr. Gomillion.
It'll be hard to top the lob from earlier, but he certainly made a valiant effort. As a timeout is called on the floor, we will be back in just a moment at the JA45 showcase. Welcome back into the JA45 showcase. I'm Trent Osborne. Joined by me is Michael Warren. 16 and a half minutes left in this game. There's a 62-50 lead for Team Latham. Team Latham in the white, Team Wade in the yellow. It's Team Wade with possession of the ball, passing it out to Keon Ellis with the jumper. It is good.
You know, some shots you can just tell are good out of somebody's hands. That one you could tell right away with Keon Ellis. Gets his legs under him yet again, elevates and buries it.
That jumper for Keon Ellis is academic. If he can get enough space, as Kodov is fouled on his way to the basket. He will get 2 free throws.
Alex Kodov from Moscow, Russia, a Daytona State product, playing under Coach Martin McCann. Listed as a Euro-style stretch 4 and 5 with tremendous upside. First team all-conference last year, and numbers hover around 6 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. A lot of the scouts here think that this guy can do just a little bit of everything as a modern-day big man. He can shoot it, pass a little, as we see him dish it to Johnny Bernard.
Fantastic shot. They called that foul on Kodov on the floor, but they end up hitting a 3 in response regardless. As Allen with the ball, a give and go. It's intercepted. Kodov showing that he can do the big man, one-man fast break. Great pass from Gomillion, and an even better finish by Latrell Jones.
Really good ball movement from Team Latham. We've mentioned that these guys have only been playing with each other for a couple of days. Some guys maybe played with each other in the past in high school or AAU, but ball movement has been big for Team Latham and is a large reason why they hold a lead. A 15-point lead now, wow.
Yes, 15 points for Team Latham. They have held a lead so comfortable for the majority of this game. Team Wade has crept back into it here and there, but for the most part, Team Latham has been in consistent control of this ball game as it is inbounded to Johnny Bernard. Trey Gomillion sets the bench.
Trent, I'm just realizing now, Lucas Wilson from Team Wade will not return to this game. He's got a bag of ice over on his left foot. Seems like he tweaked his ankle.
Oh my goodness, hold that thought as James Jordan doing his best James Harden impression with the contested J. He'll go to the line for one more.
This kid's got a lot in his bag. He can get buckets and get them quick. He's pouring it in so far. He had 11 or 9 points, sorry. 11 points, yeah. 11 points at halftime, just double checking the stat sheet. And he's already found the bottom of the basket a couple of times here in the second half. You got to think the confidence is just roaring for him right now.
No doubt about that. One of the most outstanding players we've seen. Speaking of outstanding players, Osai Osifo with the ball at the top of the key, passes it over to Jacob Jackson. Jackson finds a lane, runs up for the hezzy. It's off. Osifo is not able to bring down the rebound. Johnny Bernard's pushing the pace. Team Latham cross behind the back. Bernard will slow it down just a little bit, trying to put the moves on Terrence Lewis. It doesn't work out for him. Lewis at the other end went for the dunk, and it is stolen, or knocked away, excuse me, by Devon Thomas.
Yeah, it looked like Johnny Bernard just had one too many dribbles on that last sequence, trying to do a little bit too much. My old coach would always tell me, if you're taking 4 dribbles and you're not moving anywhere, it's time to give the basketball up.
Absolutely. As deep three by Jacob Jackson, and he's able to get it go, cutting into that lead. Latham wasting no time. That speed caused a turnover, pass over, big slam by Terrence Lewis.
Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Terrence Lewis making it look easy off the vert, two-handed flush.
Cutting more and more into that lead. 14 now is the lead for Team Latham as Jordan does a move inside. Great finish at the basket.
James Jordan or James Harden. I'm not sure who's who today. It looks like we've got James Harden 2.0 in the gym in James Jordan.
Luckily for us, the hair is a dead giveaway. As Kodov will inbound the ball for Team Latham. 16-point lead now. They pass it up. They tried to catch Team Wade sleeping, and they did. Lobbed up and thrown down by Latrell Jones.
Wow. That's all I got for that one. Just wow.
Just the heavyweight punches coming from each position of Team Latham. Wade needs a response, and they need it in the quickest fashion possible. Jumper off from Keon Ellis. Bernard pushing the pace once again. Great move behind the back, finishing at the, no, just barely rolling off the rim. The pace being pushed even more. Team Wade finishes at the other end. Jacob Jackson with the 2 points.
And this full court contest might cater more to Team Wade, as they are a team filled with athletes. They like to get out and run in transition. Not as many shooters as Team Latham has.
Latham has done a fantastic job of holding that in. That's going to be a backcourt violation on Team Latham. Latham has done a great job defensively holding it in, but we know if you saw him in warm-ups, Team Wade likes to fly. They like to hang up there with the best of them.
Man, it was a dunk show between the open gym when I first got here, saw them warming up, and between warm-ups before this game actually started. They seemed like they had intentions to break the rim.
And honestly, I'm surprised they didn't, as a three is put up by T.K. Smith, and it is good.
T.K. Smith leads Polk State all time for scoring, and there's a reason why. Kid can just dump it in bunches.
Oh, and there's a steal by Team Wade. They've got numbers behind the back. Big slam by Kelvin Allen. Just showing off now in the transition.
Now they're having some fun. This is what it's all about. Wins and losses don't mean anything. They're having some fun. They're showing some competition, some competitiveness. The athleticism is on full force today.
As Latrell Jones drives in, some shouts from the crowd as he will go to the line for 2 shots.
Some life now in Team Wade, cutting it to 11, but good job by Latrell Jones trying to reestablish the pace and reestablish a tone for his team. They've led by double digits for a good amount of this game. They're going to want to keep that lead consistent. So he does so, extending it back to 12 with the made free throw.
Yeah, you have to see Latham for a second there might have been getting scared. We saw how much fun, as you said, Team Wade was having. You do not want to let Team Wade get into a rhythm, because if they're feeling comfortable enough down 13 to be doing behind the back passes, you're in trouble.
And the one thing with Team Wade that I've noticed it's really just keeping them out of this game is they're biting on a lot of ball fakes and pump fakes. If they stay grounded, they close out on shooters better, we're going to see a single-digit game down the stretch.
Osai Osifo thought about the three, spin inside, great move, gets it to go.
And that's called going to the weight room, ladies and gents. Osai Osifo doing his best Draymond Green impersonation, just finishing over the contact, spin move and all.
He almost had the steal as you were saying that. Rebound, Osifo, he's pushing the pace. Great defensive plan. That was great by Team Latham. They were not going to let Osifo get a full head of steam, but they do commit the foul.
Man, this kid's got a great motor. Osifo, he just doesn't stop. If he's on the floor, he's giving you everything he's got. Sweating through his jersey right now, diving on the floor for loose balls. Just one heck of a player. And yeah, I will say it again, only 3 years of organized basketball, and he's considered a top 45 junior college recruit. That is just astounding.
Simply amazing as Team Latham will pass it in here to Latrell Jones. Jones sizing up TK Smith. Elects to pass it out. Devon Thomas driving inside. No contact, no call. Team Wade, oh, bad pass from Osifo. Oh, and big, cool layup there by Latrell Jones. Won't matter. He did get fouled, not in the act of shooting. It'll stay on the floor.
One of the few mistakes Osifo's made today right there. We see the hustle, the motor's going crazy. Just a slightly aired pass, forces a turnover and a 2-on-1 run out. Smart foul by Team Wade, just not giving up an easy bucket. They're trying to claw back into this one. 77-66 to score.
Yes, just over 11 minutes to go. The clock is not running. Now it is. As Thomas takes the three, no good. Rebound by Bernard. Bernard takes three of his own, blocked by TK Smith. Team Wade pushing the pace. Allen driving to the basket. Does not get it to go. Rebounded by Buzangu, but it goes off his knee, and it will stay with Team Wade. Oh, no, they will call a foul. They'll call a foul on Osai Osifo,
Yeah,
and it will stay with Team Latham.
Seemed like Osifo came over the back. That motor, we were mentioning it a lot as of late. He's just giving everything he's got on the floor, and a couple of mistakes last couple of possessions on offense and defense, but still a more valuable piece on the floor than off of it for Team Wade.
Jones going head-to-head with Terrence Lewis. Terrence Lewis wins that battle, gets the steal. Wade, full court pass. They're looking up for the lob, and it is just tipped by number 24, Vince Cole. Vince Cole going and ruining all of our fun. Look at that.
The runouts for Team Wade are starting to come more and more frequently, and it's because of their ability to lock it down on the other side of the floor on defense.
As Kelvin Allen knocks down his third, I believe, three-pointer of the game. Devon Thomas with the ball now for Team Latham. Tray ball up for Johnny Bernard, no good. Rebound Vince Cole, he puts it back in for two. 79-69 Team Latham.
3 guys in yellow jerseys underneath the basket, and 1 guy in a white jersey comes in and gets the rebound. That's going to make a coach very, very frustrated.
Vince Cole is a spectacular talent, no doubt, as TK Smith passes it out to Jacob Jackson. Jackson over to Lewis. Lewis driving in. He has a lane, puts it up, no good, but he will draw the foul. And Team Latham look a bit puzzled about that call.
Team Wade relying on their athleticism big time in this second half. They're showing it by getting their hands on the ball in the passing lane, rebounding a little bit more efficiently, and mentioned earlier they were falling for almost every pump fake in that first half. They've done a better job. I will emphasize they've done a better job, but still needing to ramp it up to that next level in order to keep it within single digits. As we're seeing, it's a 79-69 game, just under the 10-minute mark. It's really going to come down to which team can lock down on the defensive side of the floor and capitalize off of the turnovers that they do.
Can Latham keep containing this high-powered, high-flying offensive Team Wade? That will be the story in these last 9.5 minutes as Johnny Bernard takes it past half court. Going,
Ooh.
puts the moves on Jacob
Okay.
Jackson and finishes
Okay.
with the jelly layup at the other end. My goodness.
Mr. Bernard, can I have a word with you, please? Where did you learn that? I need to know.
Goodness gracious, as Kelvin Allen pulls up for three just off. Rebound Marcus Hopkins, and he will be called for a travel down low. Great defense by Team Latham.
I'm telling you, if Marcus Hopkins gets the right coaching, he's going to be a complete big man. We could very well see him back here next year. But I really think if he gets the right coaching, he will come back with a much more polished game, and whatever school he decides to transfer to will get a stud.
Off the ball foul by Terrence Lewis. Jordan to inbound. Gets it to Buzangu. Buzangu post fade, no good. Rebound by Hopkins. Ellis pushing it up now, passes it out to Terrence Lewis, no good. Lewis gets his own board, puts it back up and in. Hits the floor, no call. 81-72, Team Latham.
Terrence Lewis is an old-fashioned workhorse. He doesn't look like your prototypical big man, but uses the jumping ability and his length, also with that strength, to earn extra possessions for his team.
Alex Kodov barely grazing rim on that three-pointer. Team Wade on the rebound. Three teased there by Ellis, no. Hopkins puts up the post hook, nothing to it. No good, excuse me, as Johnny Bernard will slow it down.
It's got to be really frustrating for Marcus Hopkins. He's had 3 of those shots now that I can recall where they've all rimmed out like that.
Bernard goes up strong, will draw the foul. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Looked like he got away with a little bit of a forearm shove there on Jacob Jackson. Jackson wanted the offensive foul call, but Bernard nonetheless will earn himself a trip to the line for 2.
And that's such a hard thing about playing defense, especially in 2019 playing basketball, is that if it's an iffy push, you don't know who's committing the foul. More times than not, the defender is going to get called whether he did it or not.
Yeah, unless you're able to really sell it. And what I mean sell it is you're outside of that arc and you can fall on the ground. They're really not going to give you that call.
Lewis for 3. And now we're down to an 8-point lead for Team Latham.
Let Team Wade hang around. They've got athletes on that team. They've got some shooters as well, hitting their strides down the stretch. And this is the most important time. You got to get this to single digits, keep it in single digits, and finish strong for the next 7:26.
As the official tells Getty and Buzangu, you can't grab him, big man, as they call the off-ball foul. It will go to Team Wade. Excuse me, the foul was on Team Wade. Buzangu was having an argument with the referee. I'm not sure what just happened there. As Buzangu, backing down 3 men, gets the foul call. Foul on Marcus Hopkins. He'll go to the line for some shots.
Buzangu showing the footwork off. Really, both times, last 2 times I've seen him get the ball in the low block, he's changed directions, the hesitations, the fake spin moves, and just missing that soft touch over his shoulder. That's all he needs.
First free throw converted after a bounce on the rim. And this is a very important stretch of basketball for Team Wade. They've got a good amount of momentum going, even off this foul. They've cut it down to a single-digit deficit, and they've been getting out and having fun. If they can do that more, Team Latham's going to be in a whole lot of trouble in this last 7:21. Kelvin Allen with the ball now, trying to get around Johnny Bernard. Bernard had to commit the foul there because he was gone. Allen to inbound for Team Wade. Down to Hopkins. Hopkins guarded by Kodov. Tries to go up for the shot, and he is fouled, I believe, by Getty and Buzangu.
Good strong take there from Hopkins. Has had some trouble with the post move so far. Tries to put it on the floor. Nice strong 2-dribble, facing the basket, and go ahead and shoot yourself 2 free throws.
If he hits them both, it will cut it down to an 8-point deficit. converts the first. 9-point lead for Team Latham now, as there will be some subs on the side of Team Latham. James Jordan swapping out for Vince Cole, and Johnny Bernard swapping out for Devon Thomas.
You know, you can tell a lot about a big man's touch by their free throw shot. And Marcus Howard definitely has the touch. He's just had a couple unlucky bounces. We've seen there that free throw comes a little bit strong. That first free throw he hit, perfect swish. He just needs to get more of a consistent feel for his strength, know his own strength, and he'll be a complete player.
Trey Gomillion now with the ball. Kodov and Howard battling down low. Excuse me. Lewis battling down low with Kodov for positioning. Oh, foul there by Marcus Hopkins. Inadvertent, tripped over his feet. Something I've noticed when Trey Gomillion brings the ball up, when he crosses half court, he flexes. And I thought it was just a bit of gamesmanship from him, but it seems as maybe that's a play call.
Yeah, there's a common play in the basketball world called flex. Sometimes it's an inbounds play, and other times it's a half-court offense. So we see an offensive 3 seconds called by Kotov in the paint.
That call is rare. When you see it, it is a killer.
I didn't think I would see it today at a showcase.
Definitely not, but thankfully for Team Wade, it did, as Kelvin Allen has the ball. Gets a screen guarded by Kodov now, drives in, tries to get the call. He doesn't get it. Vince Cole out for Team Latham now. Cole over to Gomillion. Gomillion wide open, puts up the three, no good. And great play by Devon Thomas to hit the ball off of Team Wade's Terrence Lewis and keep the ball with Team Latham.
And here comes Osiah Sifu for Team Wade. That's their catalyst. That's their workhorse right there. If you're going to cut it down, get this down to a 5-point game, he's the one who's going to help lead the force, lead the charge, so to speak.
Buzangu almost triple teamed there in the post. Kodal passes it out to Vince Cole. Cole, pull up three. Doesn't get the favorable bounce as it goes to Team Wade. Team Wade's out and running. Over to Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis draws contact, and they will call a charge. And Keon Ellis cannot believe it, and neither can his coaches.
That's a tough call. Looked like Kodov might have been still moving there, but ultimately, if you're in guarding position, it doesn't always have to mean your feet is set to earn that charge. If you're in guarding position, the ref sees that you're in front of the guy. If he just barrels over you like that, like I said, regardless if your feet are set, they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
He came into him with a whole lot of force. There's no doubt about that. That's just one of those plays that can go either way. As Vince Cole has the ball now. Tries to get fancy over Osifo, doesn't get it. Big slam in transition by the big man, Osai Osifo.
Throw it down, big man. Go ahead and show these folks what you're capable of. Asai Osifo putting his name on the map. I would not be surprised if he leaves with a couple of D1 offers just after the first day of this showcase.
Buzangu down low, great move there to get inside, can't finish it off, but he will draw the call, and he will go to the line for 2 shots.
Team Wade still just hanging around, making it a 7-point game, 8-point game. You know, it's hovering around 10 consistently, but keep it under 10. You're at the 5-minute mark. If you can trim it to 5, you're in good shape.
These are just the most agonizing types of games to watch, because if someone's up 40, you know you can turn the channel. If it's a 2 or 3 point game, you know that, okay, well, we're in for a tightly contested contest. But games like these, when it just hovers around that 9 to 10 point mark, it's a very delicate place, and it could go either way at any moment. Great hezzy pull-up by Keon Ellis, doesn't go. Rebound, Terrence Lewis, no good. Rebound, Osifo passes it over to Lewis. Lewis gets it in. Great offensive boarding by Team Wade.
Persistence pays off once more for Team Wade, and we're seeing that soft touch around the basket from Terrence Lewis. Now a little bit of life from Team Wade. We see them pick up the defensive intensity.
Gomillion trying to drive on TK Smith, and he will get it done. And one that is huge for Team Latham.
That's a big-time response from Trey Gomillion right there, an unselfish leader coming down the court and doing what he can, really trying to alter his body around there, gets the contact, and go ahead and try and earn one more, young man.
You could almost feel the energy in the gym lift up when Team Wade got within 6 points. Trey Gomillion just snuffed that out with no issue. 9-point lead for Team Latham with under 4.5 minutes to go.
Those are the type of responses that coaches look for. Who can be that leader that doesn't let a couple of buckets or mistakes at the other end affect your game?
Latham in transition now over to Gomillion. Pass over to Bazangu. He's got a mismatch. Off, rebounded by Osifo. It's out to Ellis. Ellis looking for someone inside. Great behind the back pass by Terrence Lewis. What a pass from Keon Ellis.
Beautiful look. He drives in the lane, draws two defenders on him, and the wraparound pass around Bazangu, I believe it was. Just what a look.
Team Wade is having a whole lot of fun right now, whether on the bench or off it. I thought it was a great defensive play by Osai Osifo, but it looks like he will be called for the shooting foul.
And the one thing Osifo's coach was telling us before the game, he said this guy can jump out of the gym. He really wasn't kidding. I mean, we've seen him sky for a couple rebounds. That two-handed flush at the other end was all the display of athleticism you need to see to know what he's capable of. We see Johnny Bernard coming back in now for Team Latham.
Very surprising to see Team Latham take out Gomillion, in my opinion, with how impressive he's been in this last stretch of ball.
He must be gassed. He must be tired. Needs a little bit of a break. Still just under 4 minutes in this one, 3:43 to go. I mean, they're not saying his day is over yet by any means. They could still pull him in for the last 2 minutes. Probably just want to get some fluids in him and get his legs back under him for the final home stretch.
Not a bad idea by any means. Osifa begging for the ball. Osifa gets it on Kodov. Great fake jab step, great fake out, uses it to his advantage and scores. 6-point Latham lead.
Well, he was in the weight room once already today. He takes Kodov back to the weight room, this time with him. Strong finish on the spin move.
Latham looking for a reset, passes it back out to James Jordan. 3-ball up and good. Team Latham have had response after response after response to the wave of great basketball by Team Wade.
The wave of Wade has not been enough for Team Latham.
No, it has not, as Devon Thomas brings down the rebound, and Johnny Bernard will slow the pace once again. Bernard defended by Keon Ellis. Jordan defended by Lewis. Double team now, it passes it out to Kodov.
Kodov's got to see that wing man a second earlier. Only a touch pass there, and it's a wide open three.
Bernard getting inside, throws it up, and miraculously it goes in. I'm sure he'll tell you after the game he meant to do that.
You know, Trent, sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. That was one of those instances.
Ain't that the truth? Great full court pass by Johnny Bernard as they slow it down. Up to an 11-point lead for Team Latham, and we are about to approach the 2-minute mark as Kodov misses a three, rebounded by Devon Thomas. Devon Thomas draws the contact, and TK Smith can do nothing but laugh. I can't blame him.
Yeah, well, he only got that foul call for the block because he was camped up in that circle, that semicircle underneath the basket. They're going to get you for that 10 times out of 10. Maybe every once in a while you get lucky and an official misses it, but more times than not, that baseline judge is going to see that you're inside that circle, and that is no man's territory for a defender.
No doubt about it, but the spin in midair was a nice touch by Devon Thomas. No doubt about it, a nice touch.
These guys are looking to display their athleticism at any cost, at all times. So, you know, dead ball, spin in the air layup. We saw some dead ball dunks earlier in the first game. Guys just letting the call go and slamming it in between plays.
maybe that's something these coaches are looking for in their recruitment. Maybe flopping is something they factor in. Who's good at it, who's not. You never know what these coaches are looking for. It differs every time. So these players have to be prepared for everything. As TK Smith drives it in, great move to put the ball in the hoop. Back down to an 11-point deficit with 1:37 to go.
Not much time left in this one, but Team Wade, can they lock it down? It's the biggest question. Are they going to be able to switch it to a full court game for the remainder of this game and pull it to within single digits once more?
Wade trying for the trap. And a great timeout call there by Johnny Bernard as he was getting closed into the corner of the court. 1:21 left on the clock. 97-86 lead Team Latham. We will be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the JA45 Classic as we come to the final moments of this game as Team Wade gets a steal, a great full court pass to TK Smith. He slams it down. Great response from Team Latham before Team Wade can get back on defense. And they're trying their best to run around until TK Smith is forced to foul. 97-88 with just over a minute to go.
A stop and a score can make this a whole new ball game for Team Wade. But it all starts with one stop.
It appears as if Team Wade is attempting to foul once they get close, but they're not devoted to it. And they seem now content to let Team Latham just ride this ball out. As the shot clock sounds, the ball is running.
Yeah, it looked like that'll be the dagger. Nice little three in the corner.
Terrence Lewis with an and-one bucket for posterity here at the end of this game. He'll go to the line for one more. If he hits it, it'll be a 9-point deficit with 33 seconds left to go.
Terrence Lewis proven right now he can be a good piece on a team, D2 or D1, coming off the bench. High motor, soft touch around the basket, showed that he can hit that top of the key three.
Lewis hits the first. They must not have counted the basket if he's getting two shots here. And he will hit the second. 9-point deficit. As Team Latham throwing it up. Big slam by Johnny Bernard. Icing on the cake here as there's a scrum. Blocking foul called on James Jordan. 25 seconds left to go.
Seeing a couple of two-handed flushes here down the stretch. Couple arguable cherry picks, but nonetheless, some highlight reel footage to add to the old reel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first game we saw today has spoiled us because they were playing as if they were playing for an NBA championship. This game, obviously the players have been playing very hard. We're not taking anything away from them, but this has been much more of the showcase variety, no doubt, with the flashy passes and the lack of calls.
Yeah, this game has a lot of athletes in it. I mean, a lot of athletes in general at the JA45, but Team Wade has some high flyers, man. I mean, I'm excited to see them come back here tomorrow. We're gonna be set for another show tomorrow. 3 full games again tomorrow as we see Terrence Lewis slam it down with 2 hands once more.
Terrence Lewis. And that will be all she wrote. Team Latham takes the dub over Team Wade, 102-92. To update you all from the scores, the games earlier, Team Farringer knocked off Team Plona, and Team Smith-Peters knocked off Team Shulman. We would like to give some special thanks to Mike Parsons, Sports Information Director for Eastern Florida State, Brandon Gable of JUCOAdvocate.com, Nathan McClare of VerbalCommits.com, and Lynn Cundum, assistant coach at Eastern Florida State College. We would like to thank you all for joining us today, and hopefully you will join us tomorrow. I've been Trent Osborne with my broadcast partner, Mike Warren. Good night, everyone.